So you might have noticed that lately I've been flip-flopping my speakers all over the place. I'm currently using these old speakers that used to be at my dad's house a long time ago. I don't even know when he bought them or why he bought them. And I'm using these custom stands that my buddy Dave made. Now in the past, I was using these Mica MB42X speakers. Fantastic sounding speakers. They're 80 bucks, so pretty cheap. But they have no bass, so you do need a subwoofer. And since I mostly use headphones when I'm using the computer anyway, I just move these out here so that I can have a really nice speaker setup for my main TV. And I would really like to have a set of speakers in this room also, because I like being able to play on my CRT, but I don't have any speakers for that. Fortunately, in the budget audiophile world, lately there's been a new set of speakers that have been really impressing people, and it's the same brand as these guys, which I love these guys. And it's supposed to be even better than those. Oh, you know I picked up a pair. Oh, it's heavy. And these guys, they sound okay, but they're nothing to write home about. I don't even know what brand these are. What brand are they? Athena. Chief designer Gord Van Kessel. Okay, let's give these incredibly overpackaged speakers a listen. Typical testing song, Daft Punk, Get Lucky. They sound fantastic. Definitely a huge improvement in the bass department over the MB42Xs. Overall, not as big of a jump as I had hoped in my mind, like, oh, I was gonna be blown away. Once you've already had some really good speakers, at a certain point you start splitting hairs, but man, they do sound very nice. And you know what? We should use these foam speakers for the TV setup. I was like, well, they're not completely blowing me away. And then next thing I know, I just spent over 2 hours listening to all sorts of different music and hearing things I've never heard before. Amazing speakers. I'll say I'm still a pretty big proponent of getting a subwoofer. Subwoofers do things that no speaker I've ever heard can do. That's when you can really feel the music, when you get that. Grocery. It's funny the things that you think about later. Like in 2008, I got a Mac Mini and I finally got my iTunes library set up, and I've been using the same iTunes library ever since. For some reason, I ripped all of my CDs at 192 kilobits. What was I thinking? I mean, for the most part, a really good quality MP3 or AAC, you won't be able to tell the difference between that and a wave or a FLAC. Sometimes you can. But when it's 128 versus like 256, you can definitely hear the difference. And sometimes at 192, you can hear the difference too. So anyways, I was listening to all my music with these great speakers, and I was like, for one, music sounds amazing on good speakers, but for two, I need to clean out some of these 16,000 songs in my iTunes library. That's a little excessive. So, finally, in iOS 13, they added controller support. I know you Android people are probably laughing at this point, being like, I've been able to play every Super Nintendo game ever made on my Galaxy Note whatever since the dawn of time. It's very true. However, I really like Apple phones and their ecosystem, so I'm kind of stuck with that. But I installed the beta. Oh man, it is so great. If I get a little mount here, this is so perfect for playing games, like on a plane or whatnot. Screen's a little bit small, but a very welcome addition, finally. Now I want to try out these speakers on my main setup here with the subwoofer. I'll probably spend another couple hours listening if yesterday was any indication. Man, these are heavy. Okay, we've got some pretty interesting results here. So I warmed up by doing 2 miles. First mile was 6:56. Second was 8:01. Then I went back to the starting point, which was my old house. And I was like, okay, let me do the exact same route that I did before to do a 5:45 mile. Before I get to the result, the route that I ended up doing was exactly a mile. So my past miles at 5:45, it was the correct distance, correct time. So it really did happen. Today, I ran the exact same route and I got a 5:56. That's really hard. 178 beats per minute average. Pretty much was that the whole way through. To shave off that last 10 seconds, you really have to sprint at the very end. And I ran faster, but man, I just did not have it in me to sprint. That is 10.11 miles per hour. I'm going to say something that might be controversial, but I think if you look into your heart, you'll know it to be true. Lawns are stupid, useless, a waste of space, and bad for the environment. Not only that, they're a hassle to maintain. One of the dumbest things that our society does. So Mr. Spider down there, he's gonna have to go. I'm not sure he's even done a good job. I don't see any carcasses down there. I mean, I imagine he mostly eats them, but. He was legitimately there for like a month, and I never saw him move. He was always just right here. I wonder, they've gotta be nocturnal, right? Anyway, gotta clean up the spider poop. I wish him the best of luck, but he had to go. There's a very good reason why he has to go, which I'll explain in just a second. And that good reason is I'd like to put my subwoofer back. I gotta have that bass, baby. I gotta have that low end that you can't hear, you can feel. Okay, I did something real stupid. I was like, you know what? I don't wanna have to move this subwoofer back and forth all the time. Let me pop on Craigslist real quick. Somebody just posted, $50 Yamaha subwoofer missing front grill. I texted him and said, I'll do $45. Turns out he's only like 6 minutes away from me. I go there, pick it up, and I'm sure it's gonna be a great sub, but I didn't realize quite how big it would be. That is like Back to the Future. Whoops. Probably makes a lot more sense to put this in the living room, but that is an eyesore. If I just had 2 little ones, that'd be great. This one, man, this might be too big. I might have made a mistake here. I mean, it sounds pretty good at least. You could murder somebody with this subwoofer, holy cow. Okay, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. Enterprise is so bad. I'm trying, man, I'm like 7 episodes in. The whole thing is just the Vulcans saying how stupid humans are, and the humans saying how stupid the Vulcans are. And I'm just like, yo, it's just not very entertaining to watch. That type of conflict is, like if I wanted that, I would go argue with people, you know? It's like, ugh. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. I'll say I'm still a pretty big proponent